Since the last episode, I tackled a water temple with rain. Built nether tunnels. Tore down nether tunnels. Filled in the ocean with sand. I got sick. Made new nether tunnels. Placed more sand in the ocean. Gathered lava. Placed lava at my base. Come on. Yep. More sand. And more nether tunnels. Placing cobble, placing cobble, placing cobble's what I do. Placing cobble, placing cobble. Man, I need to get cleaned up. That's more like it. Hello, hello! Welcome to the show. SykoYoda back here with another adventure in Minecraft, and it's been, about 3 years or so, but, you know, I'd like to say I'm back. I'm back, in a little bit of a fashion. I don't know how often. I'm thinking once a week I'll be bringing this in, and as you can see, there's been a lot of work done here in the nether tunnel system. Obviously, we've been playing this off and on during our hiatus. You'll also notice that this isn't on the games channel anymore. Why is that? Well, I'm going to put it very, very, very easily and bluntly. I got suckered into doing things just like everybody else did and trying to mitigate or expand as best I could here in the YouTube world, and it was a bad idea. So we're bringing everything back to where it originally was, all on one channel with the Lego, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as time goes on. But as you can see, this L that used to be here, I actually finished that all off, and at the beginning of this video you saw a little glimpse through a window there. We're trying to just basically bring out as much as we can of the distance and make it as fast as possible, get around here in the nether. There's lots of things that we've uncovered. As I said at the beginning of this particular season, that we were going to be uncovering things from times past, and I'm sticking with that. This was her base from the Water World season, which was the last season we were on. Got a little nether access up here, just a way to get out into the nether and go searching for goods and whatnot. And then we finished off this very recently, had a lot of resources gathered from taking out that other water temple that you saw a little bit of, and that's what we've been working on since I've kind of come back full-time to the server, you know, with the whole COVID thing going on. Got a lot of downtime trying to figure out things to do, and, well, this is one of the things that I enjoy quite a bit. We're going to be heading over to the gardens today because I want to meet up with Rain, and we're going to figure out some new stuff for that. I have a couple of ideas that I'd like to implement into it. Since it's no longer anybody's base, I'd like to clean it up and use it as such. All kinds of work been going on. You're going to see when we get to Lonely Mountain, my volcano base, a whole bunch of stuff done there. You're going to see a lot of things that have changed since you've been on here. I'm going to go ahead and meet Lorraine over here. Hello, my dear. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
What the? You know what? I'm gonna take care of something here real quick. If you would come over to me here a little bit.
What's the matter?
I just gotta fix something. It's fine. You're okay.
Okay.
And that should do it. Oh yeah, that's much better. You had something on your face there, dear. I was just wiping it off for you.
Oh, I forgot I wasn't wearing my armor. I was having it cleaned, so.
Oh, perfect.
I'll put that back on.
So
There we go.
I would like to do something with this now that you're not living here. But first, I think we should go ahead and just show everybody what's going down, Charlie Brown. So this flag, we got to find a place to hide. This is coordinates to...
Yeah, it's for the map, right?
Yes. And then there's nothing in here. Corbin was using it for a base at one point, but he's not doing that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then this has always been... Oh, it's nighttime. Let's sleep.
Oh, we can't both? Oh, yeah, we can both sleep. I forgot.
This has always
We can't
been
both sleep.
called Rain's Gardens, and it was your base, but it doesn't spawn guardians anymore.
No, that's true, because it's on a different server now.
Right. So if you guys would like to know more about what this was, go ahead and go back to Season 1 of Another Adventure.
All the way back to Season 1.
And I do believe you'll see more on what this is about. I don't know if I have much of it on camera, but that's where we started with it.
Things have gotten really overgrown.
Yeah, right?
Jeez.
So you were lighting stuff up to try to get rid of spawning and stuff like that, I think is what was going on. And then obviously you have all of this stuff set up. There's tons of bunnies over here, by the way. You have all this stuff set up in here. And, you know, some of the landscape around it's kind of meh. Like, that one's not too bad, but that one's kind of meh. And there's some stair steps over there, that kind of stuff. But I think we should just turn it into actual gardens.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's even some new flowers now. Like, at the time that I did this, I wanted every flower there. And I might have them all, but I don't know for sure. And I've got all the crops. I think I've got, like, everything that can be grown or could be grown at that time here.
My heart. Look, it's for you. My heart.
The pig would like it, apparently.
Anyway,
Keep running.
So yeah, I was also thinking about putting some water back into that, and at least covering up like the walkway and the big area that's not lit up. You know, you have torches down there. I don't know if you want to bring it all the way up. I thought it would be kind of cool maybe to bring that glass barrier down just one and have water flowing into it or something.
Oh, that'd be neat looking.
Yeah. So not.
Does it connect? I can't remember.
What do you mean?
Like, if we were to do that, is it? I couldn't remember if the wall goes all the way up to the edge, like with the water flow down around it, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like it is.
Yeah, I think it's right up against it, more or less.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, you know what? That might be covered on purpose. I don't remember. Is the outline of the place actually? Is that actually covered up? Because that's where the guardians were spawning? We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, you can see there's water under that.
Okay.
And I closed off the top. Yeah.
So we can dig that out. But anyway, I also wanted to do something with the interior. So we'll get to this, but probably not today. Not in this episode.
Yeah, that big wall over there's got to go. It wasn't loaded for me previously, but when I was down there.
Over there?
It's like,
yeah.
Yeah. Big flat wall.
So I want to do something with the space that's under here that used to have the... Well, I don't remember actually having anything in it, but there was part of the Guardian farm and the outside of it.
Yeah,
and
around
like
the outside was the Guardian farm, and then on the inside, I don't think I ever did anything down there.
There's
but
also
as you can see, it goes
2
all the way to
layers of
bedrock.
glass, and like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that, like, you did a lot of engineering on this, a lot of time spent on this. So by the time we get done, this will all be like fixed up. Get rid of the torches, etc., etc. Make this cool, but I want to grow purple here. And
Okay.
I do believe a massive purple farm would make great sense. We can figure out, you know, what we want to do with everything, how we're gonna do it, like get the fuel for making the purple blocks, and basically come out here, because purpur's not going to be needed very often, but if you were to want purpur, maybe you just come in here and spend a real day, and you have all the purpur you need, and then you're done.
Wow. There's a lot of... I mean, it looks to me like I never actually finished this, maybe?
A lot of it got tore down by Corbin. Like, here's a auto farm for fishing that doesn't work.
Apparently glass
I just did that.
stairs? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, what on earth?
Yeah. So that's what I want to... I figure we could start by taking this stuff down. So if you want to head up there, that's why I asked you to bring Silk Touch pick.
I have Silk Touch. I don't know how long it's going to last, but
is it full?
I may need to borrow some diamonds.
Oh, I need to go get one.
It's not full. I'm going to beat you, and I'll make you fall down.
Are you breaking stuff faster than me?
I don't know. Maybe. I do have an efficiency 5 pick.
Hold on a second. Let me see what mine is. Oh, mine's only efficiency 3, so yeah. How about we swap?
Okay. Did you fall?
No, almost. Oh. I like that player collision exists, but I don't like that player collision exists. So, something that has changed since you did anything with this.
What?
There's stairs in this now.
Ooh.
So...
I have not messed with any of the new workstations at all yet. The blast furnaces, the stone cutters, anything like that. So...
Well, so what that means is all of this can be swapped out for this. And I did bring extra... There's tons of materials sitting in here. I don't know what's here, but I did bring other materials with us from the other water temple we broke down. So, cool. But one of the things I need is I need a space. Let me look at my cheat sheet here. I need 5 blocks space between here and the next floor. Is this 5 blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 4.5.
Yeah, because this is supposed to be a non-spawnable.
So, basically, go that level where the glass is, right there.
Okay.
And I want to glass that whole thing in to make the next level, and we'll make this like the processing level.
Oh, okay. So you want a full glass floor here, though?
Yeah.
Are you attacking a slime down there?
Maybe. Maybe. You're making a mess, you know that?
Yeah, I do that a lot.
I just about spleefed you.
I'd really prefer you didn't.
I'm going to take out these ones that are too high here. We'll actually probably end up moving these. I don't know if we even need both of them. We'll figure that out as we do. I actually need to... I want to start making the mechanics in this level. That's what this is for like processing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to build another level temporary down like 3 more layers to access the underneath. But if you want to start going ahead and continue on getting glass for now, since we are going to tear that down, have we decided if we're going to make the whole thing water? Or go ahead.
Yeah, I think we should do the whole thing water. I think we should put gravel and sand outside the walls.
Okay.
So that then when we decide to when we get coral and stuff like that, whenever we expand the map, then we can build. We can put aquarium type stuff because I think fish and things will spawn in there.
Okay.
If it's water.
I hope you guys enjoyed that little montage of me working on this here thing. As you can see, my wife was helping out quite a bit with different stuff. One of the major things to point out that she was working on was taking care of the water outside here. We're definitely going to add some stuff to it. She's already purchased some coral blocks to kind of place in here and there. But we're basically going to make it like a big aquarium. There's a lot of stuff that has been implemented in the game that we don't necessarily have access to yet. I think that is a coral block right there. And we also want to add in some more lights. Got a boat. There's a skeleton horse around here somewhere that should stay in there. I know she already purchased some clownfish to add into the mix. But we don't have any, what is it, sea kelp? The kelp? We don't have access to that yet. We have not gotten any ocean biomes, and we're not expanding until the newest Nether update comes out. With the Nether stuff, we will get access to a whole bunch of things like the ocean stuff, the pandas, all that stuff. So we have no bamboo. We have no pandas. We have no... Oh gosh, there's a lot of stuff that we don't have. We only have one bell. My son Corbin has started making bees because you can do that anywhere. There's a dolphin over there that's been named as well. So those kind of things will come into play, you know, as we expand the map out. But knowing that the next expansion is out here soon, when we came back, we've been playing basically since the beginning of the year on this map. When we came back, we decided we didn't want to expand any further until we would get access to all these things, because I want this map to last as long as possible and, basically be a forever map. So we actually have a concept built in to kind of keep that going. We're going to reset spawn from 0, to something else and go out to a new section without any of our stuff. We're going to go with empty inventories, basically break our spawn beds, die, and go to a new area. That gives us the opportunity to kind of reset the experience of Minecraft, where you're starting kind of from fresh without having to reset the map itself and lose all the stuff that you've been working on or want to go back to working on, etc. So that's our plan with that. We're going to go ahead and let this grow in so we can see how the harvest goes. I added some lights into here. I need to do the same up above on the X's in the same location. That will help with this platform here to have light as well. And then this is still a temporary thing here, trying to implement other stuff into the processing of this situation. Had to do a lot of things to make everything flow well, and you can see right here there's 2 ice blocks. There's still a very good chance that something's going to pop off and land specifically on those things. So they're not going to go down the water chute. But my hope is as stuff goes by, it will grab it and continue on. We'll have to test and see. I did have more sections that had ice exposed, specifically right in here. So basically what I did was made it so the water would come up to the same level and make a continuous water flow as long as possible to eliminate as much of that as I can. And then right underneath here on all of the things here, we've got the section where everything meets in and goes into the center. As you can see, that ice right there, this is all ice from here, all sections. Everything should go into that and through there just fine. All of that's working really well. Everything's blocked off, so we don't have anything that gets caught up in anything except for the stairs on either side. Everything else should be basically into the water once the harvest happens. A lot of the lighting has been taken into account just to keep spawns down, because I wasn't aware that the tops of these you can actually have mobs spawn on them. Like that one's dark enough right now that technically a mob would spawn on it, but because of how close I am, it won't. So we we had a few issues with creepers as we were building this. Had to rebuild a few things a couple of times. As you can see, this is just glass that's covering up a lot of the redstone underneath. Like there's the repeaters and stuff like that to trigger all of the pistons. So once we had the water in place, I think that's going to, help eliminate any of those issues. And then on top of that, adding in these extra light sources to try to help mitigate and eliminate those things. The other thought process behind that is if we're sitting down here waiting for the stuff to grow. Oh, I forgot a section. If we're sitting down here waiting for the stuff to grow, we're close enough that a lot of spawns don't happen. The issue with that being is as I finish this project off, there's going to be things that we could be doing up above while this is going on. So there is a better chance that we're going to end up having some spawning happen. And it's just something we'll have to, I guess, be aware of. And, if I come up with some other solutions or what have you to fix those things, then we'll definitely try it to eliminate as many of the spawning potential as possible. It's just weird to me that that's a spawning block. Well, I think we've got it grown enough here that you can get an idea of what's going on, and you can see that there's obviously some mob spawning. There's a spider right there and a zombert right there. The only major concerns for spawning, in my opinion, is the skeletons and the creepers. The creepers are kind of mitigated with all the water we have in here, but if, for example, it's like this and somehow they blow up or get up here and blow up, that's going to be a pretty big issue. And along with that idea is the skeletons being working as they do, they can potentially hit a creeper and cause it to blow up in all kinds of different locations. We do need to make sure we check for creepers and zombies specifically as we're walking around. The zombies because they can pick up items. So if you're not taking care of them and they're holding stuff, they can start accumulating. They can also just straight up steal like your chorus fruit and stuff like that, or I can't remember what these are called. Well, I got one in my inventory. Chorus flowers. So I'm going to break as many of these as I can pretty quickly just to make sure I have enough to grow everything. But something that I wasn't aware of originally, and I think Etho was the person I saw do it. You could shoot these with arrows. So the idea of having to have all of these ramparts so you can axe them all to make sure you get enough of the flowers, it's not essential. It's not important. I don't think I need to do all of these, but since we are just starting this project, we don't have a lot of extra. So I'm going to hit as many of them as I can here real quick. I think the most entertaining thing that comes out of this situation with the lighting being a little bit dark and stuff like that is the fact that bats spawn in here. So yet again, it doesn't matter where you are. It seems like the bats are always trying to guard your shots. So far I haven't gotten one on video, but I've definitely hit a few with the arrows instead of the chorus flowers because they tend to play protection against anything that you're actually aiming at. It's freaking hilarious. I don't know if that's built into their AI or it's just they try to stay in front of you. Maybe that's my theory on it. Is like they're programmed to wherever direction you're looking, they try to be that way, right? So they're always potentially a target. But that's just an idea. It's a theory. I don't know of any sound thing from that. I've never heard that thought process from anybody else. It could just be a very, very big coinkadink. Okay, I know I've got more than enough at this point. So before they start start despawning, let's go ahead and get this thing flushed. All you gotta do is and let the lag commence. And then you can see down below everything's getting thrown into the chute, and that's what I was worried about right there. You see that? We got some still hopping up in those locations. The concern is if you got enough flowers that do that, then you're going to be in a pickle. Okay, but everything's been flushed at this point in time. Unfortunately, I didn't get away from clearing this out entirely, so we could leave this stuff here and go up and make sure the stuff is processing. But once I get done with that whole system, it should be happening automatically. So I'm going to come down here and pick up stuff. See, we had, what, 38 on us? See exactly how much we're missing here. Also, need to check to clear stuff here. Uh-oh. This is something that's been happening, and I thought I got it fixed, but for some reason, stuff gets stuck on the edge there. I don't know if it's because I have it coming in from both sides and there's not a solid block behind it, or what. Ooh, that's dangerous. Let's go ahead and take care of that from afar. So I have a couple of ways that I can deal with that situation where we're having stuff that's popping up and staying on the corners there. Although, unfortunately, it shouldn't be happening at all. It is happening. What I can do, though, is I can just pop this block out, and I should be able to reach all that stuff in the corner. So if I leave that open like that, I can just come in here and check that. I don't know what's causing it. I've come up with different ways of getting the streams to go in there. Like, it seems like it was a diagonal thing, so now it has more of a straight that it goes in. but obviously it still seems to be happening. And it always only seems to be happening on the other side, not this side. This side doesn't seem to be an issue. Now everything's been harvested. At this point in time, we would go up top, but this is how we technically would usually do it. Come hit the thing, come up top here, go over here to the chest, and the chest is going to have all the stuff in it. It's still collecting. Looks like the majority of the chorus fruit I picked up, so it all got stuck down there. That's scary. We got to figure out how to fix that. Because if it doesn't automatically pick up in the system, then we're kind of in trouble. Anyway, as you can see, there's a byproduct of this. Obviously, there's quite a bit of loot that shows up from mobs. And the amount of chorus fruit is pretty dang good. So what we want to do at this point is build a system in here that would automatically take the chorus fruit out of this chest or whatever we decide to do and put it into a furnace array to automatically cook it. And we're also going to need some sort of fuel for that. So the next episode, as we continue to work on this thing, before then I will figure out a system for furnaces and all that and maybe have that built. But we're definitely going to finish working on some stuff in here, and hopefully we get to completing the gardens outside as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Little rusty, and I've already edited some of this, so I know there's been some audio issues. We'll try to get those things taken care of as we continue on with another adventure here in Minecraft. As usual, folks, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos. I will see you next time.